Hello, beautiful souls. Elena Fouché here. The danger of gurus. Oh my God. Or anything that we get into that we just like follow 100%. Which actually, there's this whole idea of beginner's mind. And so going into and learning something from someone, a guru, or going in and learning a certain kind of practice or a certain philosophy or a certain art or a certain science, like anytime we're going into learning something, it is a good idea to make space in the self and let it come in if you trust it, right? And if you don't trust it, okay, yeah, put some boundaries and barriers up for sure. If it's something you're really taking in very deeply though, like I'm taking a course with a woman who I'm just like, oh my God, she's so amazing. So there's a sense of openness, and that's a great place to be in, right? Beginner's mind, beginner's heart, beginner's body. It's to really receive without checking every moment, letting the editor relax a little bit. Because that's still here, it's not going anywhere. And yet, the issue is, if we get lost, if we are taking things in and we forget, like, what am I doing this for? What is this for? We can get lost in the thing. We can get lost in the transmission. We can even get lost in the person. Oh my God, everything they say is so wonderful and right. We can get lost in the practice. This practice is the best practice ever. We should never do any other practice. We can get lost in the religion. This is the best religion ever. It's the only one, right? The one true. We can get lost in the art and the science. This is the best science ever. It's the one, right? I mean, it's easy to do. And so an antidote to that, or one really beautiful thing that I do, which is super helpful, is just to step back a little bit. Why am I studying this thing? Why am I letting it in? Where am I now, and where do I want to be? Where do I know I can be that's different from where I am now, that this thing is helping me with? So here's an example. I'm taking a course with someone who, as I said, I'm just like, oh my God. And I was talking about it with someone else, some of the concepts that had come up. And they gave me this beautiful reframe. And I was like, duh. Right, I don't need to swallow all of this whole. And not chew and digest, can let it percolate through. And one of the ways to maintain that larger container, one of the ways to stay clear about who am I in the middle of all this stuff, I don't want to get lost in this. Getting lost to a point is fine, and yet at the same time, where's that moment where I'm still me? Where's that moment where, okay, what is Elena imbibing? How does this interlace and interact with Elena? And that's where I get into, okay, what is it I'm wanting to cultivate? What is this thing, or these things can be sets of feelings, sensations, thoughts, emotions, energetic ways of being. What is that? And move towards that. Right? It's that really beautiful Zen, attributed to Zen thing of, if your goal is the moon, right? If that's where I'm wanting to go, this is the thing I want. This is the state that I know I can be in, or the thing that I know I can be, but I'm not right now. The moon, my goal is the moon. Don't get lost in the finger pointing at the moon. Don't get lost in the guru. Don't get lost in the practice. Don't get lost in the science. Don't get lost in the religion. Don't get lost in the art. Lost in the sense that you're so consumed with this that you forget that what you actually want is the moon. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing to remember. So just, what is that thing? And really keep that holy and sacred. And that makes it much easier to not get lost in the guru. Not get lost in the practice, the art, the science, because that is the finger pointing at the thing you want. So keep what you want present. All right. Or at least check back into it a lot. All right. Don't get lost in the finger pointing at the moon if what you want is the moon. All right. Be the moon, my friend. I hope that helps. Take care. Happy mooning. See you next time.